Last week, we took on a cat who had been hit by a car and brought to a local animal hospital. He had a broken jaw, a fractured pelvis, some broken teeth, needed to be neutered. So we decided to take him on as a foster while he heals. We named him Buttons because he had a procedure done to help heal his broken jaw, where he has a button underneath his chin and then two on his face, and inside of his mouth it holds his jaw in place, so he really can't open his mouth. The buttons are connected to very strong sutures that hold his mouth in place. When we first went to pick him up, he was being fed through a tube that goes right into his esophagus, and they were feeding him through there, but he was eventually able to eat very, very watered down food out of a dish, so we didn't have to feed him through the tube at all, just his medications. By the time we got Buttons, he was off of his really strong pain medication and doing really well on just the gabapentin, so we were giving it to him every 8 hours, and that seemed to really help him a lot. We put it right through his E-tube. Buttons is on strict cage rest for the next few weeks. He goes back to the hospital every week to check his jaw and his pelvis. In a couple of weeks, when his pelvis is more healed up, he will be able to be in a bigger cage and walk around more. At Button's last checkup, he was able to get his E-tube removed. He's eating really well on his own and doesn't need it anymore. We also put his pain meds right into his food and he eats it great. No more feeding tube means no more big bulky bandage around his neck, and he can move a lot more freely now. Buttons really can't groom himself at all, being that he can't open his mouth more than just a tiny little bit. So he needs us to help him groom, and we brush him every day and scratch his little body and make sure that he's super comfortable and clean. Buttons doesn't say much, but the other day when we had to roll his cage into the other room, he had a lot to say about it. Perfect. Good boy.
He nodded yes.